All right, boom, we're back. Squeeze the Neck podcast and still on the Northern Tour. We're up in Liverpool today and we are at ASW Liverpool with my new mate, Kev McAlister. Thanks for doing this, mate.
Thank you for having me, man.
Thanks for having me. We're in a lovely facility, new facility, and as you can see behind us, big open space. And I was supposed to come down for the workout, but I turned up a bit late.
Flapped
so
it.
yeah, arsehole fell out. So I've turned up and there was loads of people grappling and great environment, mate. But as I say, thanks for having me down, mate. Before we get into anything too deep, firstly, where are we?
We're in Maghill. You know, we call it ASW. We're in probably the last suburb of Maghill. So if we are at postcode, so we're at L31. Yeah, so my hometown as well.
Is that right? This is where you're from?
Yeah, that's where I live. Like my house is 2-minute drive that way.
That's good,
so it's perfect.
Yeah. Nice little run to the gym in the mornings and all that. But so let's go back all the way, mate. As you said, this is your hometown and whatnot. How did you get started in martial arts and how did we get to this point?
Wow. It was actually a club in Maghill kickboxing club. It's still going now.
Is that right?
Ken Darnley, Sensei Ken Darnley. So I think I started there when I was 19. It started off what I wanted it to. So it started off, so we'd wear the big gloves, we'd spar, but then it went a bit more of a self-defense curriculum. And there was a grading, there was a sheet that got given out, and you had to follow. Let's say you had to do technique A to B to get your next grade and so on. But then I just wanted to fight. I wanted to fight, and they weren't more, and they didn't really push competition. So I had to then seek somewhere else to get competition. So I think I was around 19, and then I left there and joined TMAS, which is a gym probably about 20 minutes that way. So they were more focused on fighting.
Is this kickboxing still?
Yeah, it was kickboxing. So, but then they ended up moving again, a little outreach, right by mine again. So I was dead lucky. So I had 10 minutes to ride on my bike to go there. So the main instructor, Ben, he travelled to Lydia to put up a class in Lydia Parish Hall. So we'd wear the shiny kickboxing kicks, remember them?
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
Shiny kicks, they were red and black, and they had kickboxing ropes out. And the class before was Kung Fu. Boss.
Oh, brilliant, yeah. When are we talking here? What time frame is this? Is this 90s?
No, I'm not that old. How old am I? I'm 40. So I was...
You was definitely around in the 90s.
Yeah, I was in high school then. So we're talking 20 years ago. I think I was 19
So the early 2000s, just before sort of internet became relevant.
Yeah, we had no facey or anything like that. I just happened to see, I think I seen it. I think I posted in the newsagents, there's a martial arts class local, and I had to look on the internet and see what the gym was like, and I thought, this is it, this is what I want. I want to fight. I only had a goal of fighting once. That was it. I thought, I'll sign up to Maghill Kickboxing Club, I'll have one fight, and then that's it, done.
Then you're a tough guy for life and that's it.
Yeah, of course, retired undefeated, of course. I can say that. Yeah, it was just to prove that I could do it, because none of my mates had any inkling to compete or anything like that. Yeah. I thought, I'll do one, see how it is, and then I'm done. And then it just spiraled then. Just stayed in the gym, just lived in the gym.
Well, after your fight, that was it, you was in?
I was fully in, so first competition, it was a points fighting competition, so freestyle karate. They were into that as well, with the open palm glove.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah, and so it's back fist and ridge hand only, and above waist, you stand sides on, that kind of stuff.
Ridge hand, there's an old word.
And it, ridge hand, yeah. But you could do a straight shot to the body, that was it. You weren't allowed to straight shot to the head in points fighting. So I had, first competition was that, I think I was 20 or 19 after a couple of months training. But I rocked up, I didn't know there was a points fight, and I thought it was continuous what we did. So I rocked up with a pair of big boxing gloves, and I remember the opponent went, one of them gloves. And he had his lovely open palm ones, and I had my big 16s on. It's that's the ones I borrowed, points fighting gloves.
And was that how it was? You turn up with your own gloves? They didn't come to the change rooms and give you your gloves and all that?
No, it was just in a sports hall. It was in a school hall. Right. I had to just ask someone else who was competing, and can you lend us a pair of these gloves? Because I haven't got any. Because all we did mostly was, it was called continuous, so it was above waist stuff.
Right.
We trained that mostly in TMAS.
Yeah, and they've thrown you a curveball and you've turned up with your shit gloves. And
so I'm there, I'm to stand side on and fight on my toes with my hands here. I think I took bronze. Yeah, I won one, lost one.
Oh, we went all right then,
I got a win over that fella who smirked at me. He looked at me and one of those.
Yeah, because Liverpool, I think up here, boxing a big thing as much as I think.
Yeah, there's a lot of ABCs.
Yeah, because the famous one's Rotunda, right, that you hear about all the time. You never dabbled in boxing?
No, never, because it went round here.
I see.
So the only things that were round here, there was a judo club I went to that, I think, when I was a young kid. I remember going to it, but didn't take an interest. I ended up going to a karate club as well. Again, just didn't fancy it, but it was only when I got older that I thought, you know what, I can try it proper. I was a bit more mature to do it, and I think I'd watch more Van Damme films by then as well. So like,
shout out John Close.
This was it. Like, I think like most fellas my age who are into martial arts have watched Kickboxer and Double Impact and went, I want to kick someone in the head, and that's how they all started.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I was a kid. The reason I asked that, I was more Rocky as a kid. I saw the John Close films, but I was more a Rocky man myself. Rocky 3, Mr. T. If you know, you know. But so how'd you get into grappling and stuff, mate? Because obviously, like, you've got your hat on now, we can't see, but you've got the routine cauliflower ears, so you're obviously well heavy into your grappling nowadays. I
did striking for 9 years. I only ever had 9 fights though. I basically averaged a fight a year, just through working and just wanting to go out. Yeah, I did go out and stay up late.
I got you.
So 9, but I always trained. So I think I was training about 3 times a week, 4 times a week, and then it just fizzled as I got a bit older. I think I was 29. I went, do I want to get punched in the head in my 30s? I was coming to that stage and thinking, I'm not fighting that much. I'm not doing particularly great. So I find something that's probably a bit more suited towards my personality, and then that's how I met my coach and friend, Chris Thompson. He was in the gym that we did our Thai boxing in. Right. He'd just come over from Spain. I think he'd come back, and then we just got gabbing. In fact, he had this is how old school it was, because like say sort of like pre-internet and Facebook, he had a flyer on the front desk that I think he'd made on like Microsoft Paint. It was that awful. It was that like copied and pasted in like grappling privates with Chris, and his picture, he stood like that, like old MMA shorts, like 3/4. So I think he was that. And that's how I just spiraled again from there, and it never stopped.
And where's he now, Chris? Is he still about?
No, he's moved back to Spain.
Okay.
So he was here for years, and then he's only recently moved back about 4 years ago.
And was he ASW at the time?
No, he wasn't anything. He was a blue belt when he came over.
Was he?
And I think I was one of his first students to like just do privates with him. Everyone else fizzled out because he literally, I even said to him, you just used to batter us, didn't you? Like, you know, when you look back, he used to batter you during the private, and he'd show you like a move. He even said he just wanted training partners.
Yeah, he just wanted bodies. I was just going to say that. I bet he just wanted bodies, didn't he? Yeah, you paid me and I was training for you.
And me and John, who you met before, I think we were the only stupid ones who carried on.
Stuck with it, and stuck it out. But it's one of them things, like, was you always a no-gi thing? Was it always no-gi?
Well, it was with Chris at
the start. Sorry, that's what I meant,
Yeah, because there was no sort of gi clubs around. But there was a club next door, again, one of the next towns down Ormskirk, that's where we all met. So we were in a gym called Fit for Life, but next door was a Gracie Jiu-Jitsu club, and we ended up just migrating into there. After, I think, 6 months of training with Chris, no-gi only, he got friendly with the guy next door. I mean, I will go there. So we started training there. It was called Force of Combat Academy at the time. But Chris was, based in Lucio Sergio, which is in Southport. So it's all higgledy-piggledy how we've all ended up with each other and how ASW's come about. Where am I? I think there's that much that we've done. So grappling, about 10, 12 years now. And I've always just sort of stuck with Chris. Chris has been my main coach.
Nice. Yeah, is that who you're a black belt under?
Yes.
Yes. So still, that's you've gone all through the belts.
That's
nice, I think, isn't it? Because it's like a lot of people now, like the amount of people, I've spoken to some people on here, and I was like, you ask them like their journey and whatever. They're a blue belt under this guy, purple belt here, blah blah blah. And not that there's anything wrong with that, but I think when you hear it and someone's gone all the way through, there's something to that too, and it's quite nice.
I always just liked this style.
Yeah.
Even though we were training, even though Chris didn't give me blue, Hoist Gracie did, like the amount of blue belts that fellas give out. So like, it's just a lot of advantage. I have a Hoist. Everyone, go to a seminar, you get a blue belt off Hoist. But again, that club, it went a bit more down the self-defense route, like the Valenti brothers style of jiu-jitsu.
Okay.
Just a bit too self-defense. I'd like seeing me sweating before the month that I sweat. Like, I'd come out of class dry, and we'd do like a round after class. I'm thinking, this is not what I want. Like, I want to get stuck in. I want to get in the mix. I want to be nailing out like 5-10 rounds a night and learning sport jiu-jitsu. I don't want to learn all this self-defense stuff. It's not for me. So again, we migrated again to Lucio Sergio in Southport.
Nice.
So I did most of my blue belt there with Lucio. But then Chris opened up, literally again, a next little town that way, 5 minutes that way.
Common theme, isn't
it? Yeah. Everyone's just too close. And then all of us, there was a load of us that have been mates with Chris for years, and we all just migrated there.
Yeah, that's cool. Because it's funny, I watched some of his videos years ago. I think I might have had a couple of messages back and forth with him, because I was training wrestling, and a fella, Rob McDonald, shout out Rob, I don't know where he is, I haven't seen him for a long time, but I hope you're well, mate. He said he'd been up and trained with Chris and whatnot, and he sort of hit me to him and whatever. So I was watching his videos and doing his thing, because I think him and his missus were doing it, right?
Yes.
Is that right? Yes,
Yeah,
I'm thinking of the right
yeah,
guy.
they ran the gym.
That's right. Yeah, and it was because down where I am, it was very sort of, I don't want to say linear gi and no gi, but it was a bit more like that. Whereas these guys seem to be doing like sort of like submission grappling at the time. Do you know what I mean? And it was a bit like, that's interesting. If it weren't so fucking far, I'd have probably travelled up. Do you know what I mean? But so if he's gone back now, how does that work? Are you still in touch? And you go out and train?
Yeah. I actually went on a family holiday to Torremolinos, and I went up and met him. My plan was to just keep it. I was blagging, one of our lads is over in Torremolinos. Is he okay to come to your class? And he went, yeah, just fine. Just tell me what day to make sure I'm in. But in the end, I did a recce on the gym. It was too far to walk. My plan was to just walk in as he's teaching. I went, mate, any chance of a lift? He went, what do you mean? He went, I'm in Torremolinos. Can you come and get me?
Come pick me up.
yeah, come and get us. But I hadn't seen him for ages because of COVID.
Oh, cool, right. Yeah,
COVID. Like obviously, he's been back and forth I was working on Grapple Fest for him. But again, just slowly just drifted a bit just because he's working away, but we're still in touch.
But that's how it goes, isn't it?
Yes, the way it is, yeah. He lives over there, I'm here.
That's not a bad life over there, is it? Torremolinos, like teaching a bit of grappling, chilling out in the sun.
Yeah, it sounds like he was over. We had him over when he did a seminar tour recently, and we had him in the old gym.
Right,
So good.
That's nice, mate.
It was like I hadn't seen him like for a week. That was it. Still the same.
Yeah, and have you ever touched on MMA at all? You ever fancied a bit of MMA?
I did think about it. So when we started Nemesis, my goal was, I thought, again, I'll just have one.
One and done.
I'll have one and then I'll retire, like just to try it.
Yeah.
But I think I just got my purple belt, and I said to Chris, you know what, I'm going to go to Cam's in Manchester, Cam Asakura. I'll go there, I'll just do MMA there, then I'll be back. And he went, yeah, sounds. But then ends up falling in love with grappling. I thought, again, do you want to get punched in the face in your 30s? And do you want to get punched in the face on the floor? That was like the deal breaker.
Not on the floor, yeah.
It's a different ball game when you stood up, but when you're like getting pinned and someone's punching your head on the floor, it's just not fun.
Yeah, it's such a common story though, isn't it? I had this chat yesterday with Deck Williams, so shout out Deck, Team Dynamite. We was talking about that, like how many people get into grappling for the sake of they're going to be an MMA fighter, and then after a few weeks in grappling, they're just like, nah, I'll stick with
It sounds like a good idea. I'm going to be an MMA fighter.
Yeah. Sounds good on the CV, that.
Yeah, telling your mates, oh yeah, I'm going to start training MMA.
I train UFC and all that.
Yeah, train UFC. But then as soon as you get pinned on the floor, and then even like if you just place bar and just pat in the back, you think, no.
When the reality sets in for a lot of people, I think they go, ooh. And especially like you come from striking background too, right? So like you know the score a little bit. Whereas I think a lot of people that get into grappling, like we said, they just fancy being an MMA fighter. They do grappling, they get okay, and then suddenly someone lamps them in the face, and things change a bit, don't they? You know, it gets a bit. You know, you can come here and train every day, right? I mean, you'd be sore and whatever.
It's good fun, yeah.
Yeah.
It's good fun.
But in terms of grappling, I mean, you can just train, can't you? You know, you'd be sore and whatever. You might get stuck in traffic and not make the class or whatever. But you don't want to be getting punched in the head every day, do you? It's
no, they're like thinking I'm working. I want to I need to save for things. I wanted like a bigger house. I wanted to go travel the world a bit more. I thought, MMA is going to eat into that time. I thought I can just train every day. I can do grappling every day. Have a boss time with the lads, and not be just broken in my 30s, chasing like something. Yeah,
I mean, you don't want to be the 40-year-old guy that's got a bad knee and still chasing the dream. It's quite sad, isn't it, at a certain point?
I'm relatively injury-free. I'm quite healthy.
Yeah.
For all the years in combat sports.
And is your plan to stay in grappling in terms of active till what, the wheels come off? Or
Till the wheels fall off.
Is that right?
But I think as I've got older, I've just adjusted my training. Like I know I keep saying as I've got older, I'm only 40.
I was going to say, you're only 40, man.
Yeah,
Don't
I'm only
start
40,
that older nonsense.
but I'm thinking long term. I'm
Yeah.
thinking like 50 beyond it. I've seen like people before me, they've really ragged it in their 40s. I thought, well, no, I'll just start training weights a couple more times a week. I won't roll as much, and I'm fine.
Yeah.
And it seems to be working. Like a tap, it's fine. Getting taps, fine.
Yeah.
I'd rather tap than all my joints are fine.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Because we've all been there at like that blue belt level, right, where someone gets your arm and you ain't tapping.
Mate, one of the young white belts who's competing tomorrow, he caught me off. Oh, fuck.
Bastard.
Yeah. No, he was thinking, I'll just have a play around with him, and he wellied it on.
Yeah.
I went, got that, mate. Well done.
Well, he's telling his mates about that for years, isn't he? So like that's his world title. He just took your arm home. But,
well, he best win tomorrow now with that arm lock.
He better. Yeah. He'll probably get armbarred. But, so what's sort of like, you touched on it a bit there. What's your training like typically? Like if you're sort of in a good run, everything's working well, the body's going nice. How often do you like to grapple, and what sort of strength and conditioning do you do?
So just a basic upper and lower body split for lifting. It's actually no Jay Bell who we were with yesterday. It's the Grapple Strong program.
Oh, you do that? Oh yeah, shout out Jay, great guy.
It's a belter program, and it's dead simple.
Yeah.
And it's like a 3-month thing, so we do that.
Brilliant.
I do that. It's dead easy, and I'm fresh for grappling. And I'll probably grapple 2-3 times a week. Every Saturday, 10 rounds. Always do that one. Nice. And if I'm teaching, I'll do 4 or 5 rounds. That's it.
Do you ever stick a gi on? Or them days over? Oh, you do?
Yeah. Well, we teach 50-50 gi and no gi.
Oh, do you?
So
okay.
a bit more no gi, but we have 2 gi classes.
Oh, you do? Oh, so you're still well in the game. Because a lot of people look at me when I say, do you still do gi? Like when they've been, grappling for a long time, they kind of look down their nose at me like, what are you up to? What are you talking about?
I love it. I think I really like the gi. I don't know why people hate on it.
No, to be honest, I don't train much gi. But like I was chatting again with Deck yesterday. We was talking about like training it. I enjoy it when I do it less. Like if I do less gi and I stick it on and I jump into some sparring, I really love it. Where I lose it a little bit is, if you're doing too much gi and someone's teaching you a spider guard.
Your hands
I'm falling asleep on the mat. Do you know what I mean? I just want to let's get moving a bit more.
Well, our gi stuff's just pretty much we just wrestle in a gi.
Perfect.
We don't play no spider guards or anything like that.
Great, I'll bring a gi next time. That sounds good to me, mate. That sounds great to me. But so if you're doing this Grapple Strong program, is it kind of part of your routine? Does that make sense, or did you do it as and when?
Yeah, I made like a commitment to myself last year to lift weights twice a week. I've neglected weight training for years. I just relied on cardio. I thought, I'll just be dead fit. But then luckily I've had no knocks. I thought, you know what, as you're getting older, you need to start lifting weights. You've got to do it.
Yeah.
You've got to just be strong. You'll protect all your ligaments and everything. Because I've seen too many people injured. You could probably tell you could have prevented that, but if you just did weights once or twice a week, just lift it heavy, grapple 1 less time a week. Yeah,
and just look after the body basically. Right?
Yeah, I hardly drink ale anymore. Very rarely drink. That's a big thing, I think. But
you got 3 shots of whiskey in there, haven't you?
You see that, Brad. So you're wearing hazelnuts. Yeah. Post-training calories.
Yeah. Not much, only 3 or 4 a day. It's fine, But so I tell you what, it's interesting when you say that, because I know some grapplers that never lift weights, never do anything, literally just train grappling, and they seem, obviously I don't feel what their body's feeling like, but they seem all right. One of my training partners I've trained with for years, owner of this place, New School Brixton, Reece Bailey, he won a Masters World title at brown belt recently. Doesn't do any, and maybe he's changing now, I don't know, but he's never really, for my knowledge, has done much. And he just literally trains jiu-jitsu. Now, my mind always goes, that's wrong, but then part of me, as time goes on, I go, maybe there's something to that too, like your body adapts so much to jiu-jitsu and you don't fuck around with other stuff. Now, if he started doing some kung fu and kickboxing and jumping around on the side, that's when it might change, right? But where he's just doing jiu-jitsu, I wonder, I don't do that at all, but I wonder, is that enough? What do you think?
I think it can be enough, but then I think if you train your weights, like my weight training, you probably look at my weights, I'm not lifting that. I don't lift that heavy. I don't push my weight training as much as I do my grappling. This is where I'll push my body, I'll push it a bit more in here. But my weight training, all my weights are quite light in comparison. I can't even, I'm struggling to get over 30 kg side on a bench press. That's not strong I am. Yeah. But I feel it's doing my joints the world of good by doing that.
But that's the way to do it, isn't it? No ego lifting here. We're not power lifters. You're just looking after your body for that.
It.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
It's there to protect me and nourish my body, as compared to I'll push it more and try to wear myself down a little bit.
And that's how it should be, really, isn't it? You're using that for this, isn't you? Versus the other end. Because that's the mistake I've definitely made when I was younger. You're sort of training like a full-time power lifter as well as a full-time grappler, and your body's just going, can't handle that. Whereas I think I'm coming more to that full body workouts and body weight, like your handstand push-ups and things, and just to pull-ups, all that kind of business to look after yourself. But we sound like a couple of old dinosaurs here, aren't we? Trying to look after me, 21.
Hard people.
You laughed a bit hard. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, get up early in the mornings. No, 34.
34. Oh, sad. So you're coming to that age where you need to
start
lifting.
Whoa, no,
you start lifting.
Yeah, I'm lifting.
Start going to bed a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
1 or 2 less pints a week. Okay. And you'll be flying.
Well, I don't drink. I go to bed early. I'm like a born again, boring motherfucker. You know what I mean? So, and I say born again. I've always been like that for people that know me. So it is what it is. But are you an MMA fan?
Yes.
Good, because we got a big. I mean, this will come out after, but there's a big fight card tonight, isn't there? Will you be watching?
I thought you were going to say something else.
No.
No, you would see me up anyway. Go ahead.
You briefed me before.
Yeah.
We could have probably done a podcast beforehand, and that shall remain off camera for now anyway. Maybe we'll revisit it down the road. But no. I see your eyes lighting up. I was like, what's the matter with him? Yeah, but no, we're talking about tonight. Did you watch the fight cards or no?
Who's on it tonight?
You're not that big of a fan, bro, are you? Come on, man.
Mate, to be honest, like this moment in my life, right, I've got just life is hitting me from everywhere. Yeah. All the things that I want are now happening. Good. Like the business is getting bigger. We've moved. I'm doing my house up at the same time, so nice. My head's mashed.
And you've made it onto the biggest podcast going. So
yeah, exactly. So I'm flying.
You know what I mean? You've made it, Mama. I made it. Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like a neurodivergent kid at the minute. There's that much going on.
Yeah.
It's great.
No, good on you, man. No, tonight's Alex Pereira versus Khalil Roundtree.
Oh, boss.
Banger of a fight. Now, I got my opinion and I keep speaking about it, so I'll let you talk. Have you got much of an opinion on this one?
I like both of them. I like Khalil's Muay Thai. I like his Muay Thai in MMA.
Built like a tank as well.
Oh, so that dead thick set, isn't he?
But did you hear the stats? And again, I'm repeating myself, guys, so apologies. But he's been in the UFC, I think, 11 years, and not one single time has he ever attempted a takedown. Ever. Which is nuts. So
just punch someone in the face.
I'm assuming they're going to bang tonight, you know?
No one's there. Imagine like what's his name, Poatan, Paul's guard.
I was thinking more Paul's De La Riva and like rolls him over.
Does it him and Ali roll from the start? Or butt scoots along.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I mean, my opinion, I wouldn't be overly surprised if Khalil cracked him, but I think Pereira's on that little run, and
I think he's just a bit slicker.
Yep.
I think he's just that little bit slicker.
Yep. I'm going first round knockout Pereira. You got a pick on that one?
I'm going to go second round. I think Khalil makes it out. I think Khalil will clip him a couple of times. I think he'll cause maybe that Muay Thai style, he'll be a bit less hesitant. Yeah. He'll be a bit more patient, won't he?
Yeah.
And then second round,
I think it'd be a great round. I don't think it'll be just walk across and chin him. I think there'll be like fireworks in the first round. I think we'll have
it's that like K1 style, obviously the Pereira is, and then obviously the Muay Thai style that Khalil's got.
I think it'd be fun. I think it'd be a good fight because, well, whenever you say that, it turns out to be a snooze fest, that you get like a Ngannou versus Derek Lewis. Remember that one?
That was awful.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's like both of them shadowboxing in front of each other. But hey, there you go. But the big thing that comes out of that is obviously you've got up at the heavyweights, right? They're talking about Pereira. They're talking about him going down as well, which I don't like at all. But
no, I think he's too big to go down to middleweight.
Man, for sure. Well, again, I think they said his last fight he weighed in for 205, which is 93 kilos. By the time he got in the cage, he was 104. And that's when he's cut weight the day before. So
he probably could fight heavyweight then.
Yeah,
he probably walks around about maybe 110, 115.
Yeah, big enough, isn't it? It's big enough. At a certain point, I think like all the great heavyweight Ngannou and Brock Lesnar got something to say. But other than that, you're like your Cain Velasquez, your Junior Dos Santos, they all sat around that kind of weight, didn't they? They weren't overly big, And I think you can put weight on for the sake of it, can't you? Do you know what I mean? And then you get in there and you're a bit of a sluggish kind of, you're not what you were at the lower weights, as well as fighting bigger men. So.
Yeah, but then he was always looking like Skeletor, wasn't he?
Oh, mate, middleweight, I think, like, how he made that weight. And I've got to think that's why, I keep saying this as well, sorry guys, but I think that's why he got knocked out against Izzy, right? I've got to think that was a big weight cut. Because if they fought at 205, I don't think that goes well for Izzy, do you?
No, I honestly think he'd murder him.
I
think he'd smash him, to be honest.
Yeah, I do. I think, he's a big guy, isn't he? You know what I mean? He's like a proper...
What's his name? Adesanya's not small.
No.
He looked decent against that. What was his name? The light heavyweight? Jiri. Like, not Jiri, the other one. The other Polish fella.
Oh, Blachowicz. Jan Blachowicz.
Jan.
Yeah, exactly. But, he's a bit of a monster still, isn't he? Because he had a good fight with Pereira as well, actually. Didn't he, Jan?
Got sparked, though, didn't he? Oh, no. I'm thinking... Jiri.
Jiri got done by him. Yeah, but Blachowicz went the distance, and some people go, "Oh, he lost." I don't think he lost. I think he won, but it was close enough,
Jan Defo won that one against Izzy.
Oh, against Izzy? No, sorry, I mean against Pereira. Pereira beat him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Pereira won that one, but it's a tough game, isn't it? And any given night and all that.
It's not something that I'd want to be doing for a living.
I thought we spoke off camera. I thought he was coming back. I thought this was like the big
announcement. That's it. Yeah, guys, that's it.
Yeah.
No one wants to see that.
Okay, how about the heavyweights? You got much of an opinion on heavyweight boys, like the John Joneses, the Pereira, Tom Aspinall, Stipe?
I want to see Aspinall get that undisputed shot.
Yeah.
But I don't think either Stipe or John will give him that opportunity.
Do you not think?
I think they'll both retire. I think after this one, I think they'll probably retire.
All right, well, before we get to that, what do you think about the Jones versus Stipe fight?
I think Jones smashes him.
I think it's a bit of a common opinion, isn't it? I think Stipe's 43.
Yeah, he's not fought for a while, and I think John will just smash him.
Yep, I do.
Easy.
Yeah,
it'll be too easy.
And you don't think he'll fight Aspinall if he wins?
Nope.
Why?
It's worth it. I don't think he would.
Do you not think so?
I think he'll just always have that thing over him then, won't he? Probably like a mind fuck.
Do you know what? I see what you're saying, but I also think like it would drive him nuts because he's got to live the rest of his life then with people going, Aspinall, he didn't fight Aspinall. And I don't think he cares.
I think it'd be the other way around.
Yeah.
They'll go, well, you never beat John Jones.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. I never thought about it like that. It's a true story. But let's just go with the positive stuff, and they do fight. How's that fight go?
As in Jones and Aspinall.
Yeah.
I really want Aspinall to win. But I think it'll be dead close.
Do you? Yeah, okay.
I think Aspinall will really push him. I think John Jones may catch him near the end, or Aspinall wins early.
That's what I could see happening, because I always thought John Jones, right? But then on the run he's on, Aspinall, he just keeps running people over. So I go, he might fucking do that to Jones as well. You know what I mean? If he catches him early, I think that's his chance. I think if he can run him over early, I mean, not his chance, he's got a great chance, great fighter. But like, I think to beat someone like John Jones, you've got to stick it on early. You can't play that. I
don't think Jones is that bothered no more. I think he just wants that one last big payday. That's it, done.
Yeah, and I think Jones is 37 now, isn't he? Like, at a certain point, it does... I said this yesterday as well. He's not going to keep fighting until he's 60, is he? At a certain point, you will lose. So, when does that happen?
And then he's due to have another mad one soon, isn't he? I mean, he's going to get in his car, bevies up, and go shoot someone.
You see him in Vegas recently, like, over a couple of weekends ago. No, nothing. It was all good, but he was in the thing, and there's like a meme of Dana White like on the hospital bed with the oxygen on his face. Like Jones is out in Vegas.
He's probably got like 4 to 5 fellas who just trusted just to keep him out of trouble.
Dana White must have like a SWAT team, and he like
you can't let John Jones loose in Vegas.
No, not after the last.
End up in the desert naked and that with like a Chinaman in like his boots.
Well, mate, I think that's quite tame for John, isn't it? That'll do for John. I think Dana would take that at this point with John. But yeah, I'd like to see it. I'd like to see him fight Aspinall and then sail off into the sunset. Because if you do that, then it's like, hey,
completed it.
MMA. What are you going to do then? Like,
completed it, makes.
Yeah, there's no one else for him to fight. Anyway. But the other one by this, and again, I keep saying this one, but I just like people's opinions on it because I want to see it happen. I want to see Pereira go to heavyweight. And I want to see him mix it up. I want to see him fight all them guys. Now, obviously, it's going to be a tough fight for him against any of them, but he's got that shot, man. And I think
he beats them all. He'll probably beat them all.
Big call.
No, he probably will.
Big call.
He probably just will.
Yeah. And just be calm with it.
He's like,
charmer.
My gum got me. He's like that thing in Easter Island.
Yeah.
He'll just smoke them all.
Do you? You think he beat them all?
I think he'll smoke them all.
I think he could beat them all for sure. I'm not as confident as you. You just lit me up. That's.
He's probably just, I'm going to just wipe them all out and then probably carry on fighting, knowing him.
Well, I was going to say, yeah, probably carry on fighting.
I think he'll carry on.
But you said about John Jones completing it. If he does that, that's completed, isn't it? 3 belts.
I don't think he does nothing else.
3 belts. Can you imagine that? That's. Because you was kickboxing before. Did you ever watch him kickboxing at the time?
I've seen the matches, like the old glory stuff. I've only seen a few of his fights. Yeah,
I've seen him like after the fact. You know what I mean? Since he's been in the UFC, but he was a legit world champion as well, wasn't he? Like
he won the glory. What belt didn't he?
Two weights. Yeah. And again, like to go from that to the UFC and do it as clean and as easy as he did, without really looking like he's adapted his game.
And he's not grappled once.
Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? Like he obviously is tidying things up, but like he just looks like the same guy, doesn't he? He just floats in and does his thing. But I'm with you. I want to see him go to heavyweight, and if he cracked one of them on the chin and won the heavyweight belt, bro, what do we do? What do we do with him then? But you're a boxing fan as well.
Nope.
Oh man, you just ruined my next.
I've just killed it.
Oh mate,
just killed it.
We go home then, chaps. Thanks for coming.
To be honest, mate, you know what? I'm going to be dead boring. Combat sport, I don't watch loads because I'm just that immersed in here.
Yeah,
definitely don't watch grappling. I like watching training vids.
Do you? Okay.
More than watching I like watching like them behind the scenes programs. Like
the embeddeds and stuff.
Yeah, I like all that.
Yeah.
All them. I prefer watching people train.
I've got to get on the countdown show. People keep saying the countdown show for this one's mad and it's really good. But where I've been like up here and uploading videos, I've been trying to save battery on the bits and pieces. I haven't watched it yet, but I'll get on that before it happens. But the embedded for me's run its course a little bit. I go, I've seen that.
Same.
I've seen them. I've had enough of them. I wanted to bring back the prime times. You remember prime times they used to do?
That was sick.
They were the ones. Do you know what I'm saying? So like
when it was on Bravo.
It was on like a weird, was it Bravo? Yeah.
Bravo was
like
one of the first ones to put like the UFC on where they had like maybe 1 card a month or 2 cards a month.
Yeah, it was like on a weird, like you had to scroll down and find it channel for anyone in the UK. Like you have to go down. Yeah, Bravo. Oh, we're making ourselves sound.
And then like a Danny Dyer show was on next.
Oh, Danny Dyer's Deadliest Men and all that nonsense. Yeah.
That's all right, naughty boys.
Come on top, boys. Yeah.
That's all right, fucking naughty boys.
Yeah. Have you seen the one about up in Scotland in the Old Firm Derby? I can't remember the guy's name. A Scottish comedian like takes the piss out of him for it. He's like outside. There's like kids behind him, like hey, waving at the camera. He's like, fuck, he's come on top. It's funny, like fake tough guy. But shout out Danny Dyer. Maybe we'll have you on here one day. Who knows? But if you're not watching like grappling and stuff like that, how do you learn for sort of like innovating and going forward with your own grappling, mate? Do you watch clips and things like that?
Watch clips. I've got like a bank, like I used to record loads of clips, you know, like through training years. I've got loads of them. Obviously, Chris sends me stuff still.
Okay.
And I'm also, like, I've got, you know, Owen Livesey's app.
Yeah.
£10 a month. I think if you're a coach, that's like a valuable bit of thing, like a valuable resource, sorry, to have in your back pocket. Because there's loads of things that I still don't know. So again, I'll have a look up. And what we also do here, we bring in regular coaches, you know, like guest spots.
Yeah.
So we'll bring them in. We have like Lee Chadwick come in, had Dave Faulkner come in. We've now took Dave on. Dave now teaches twice a month for us. Again, because it got to that point, like with the opening of the gym, I said, John, obviously we need to keep learning. You can't stop when you get to black belt, can you? You cannot stop learning. So now we've got Dave. So we have someone who comes in twice a month. My sister-in-law teaches here as well.
Is that right?
Yeah. She got her black belt last week.
Oh, right, okay, yeah. It's not just like you didn't just bring her in and go, yeah, sure. So
No, like, so like develop from within.
Yeah. Brilliant, man.
Yeah. So
That's
she's
cool.
now teaching on the reg.
I think that's powerful to have a woman black belt on the mats as well. Female black belt.
I think she's the first female from Liverpool. Not like, I think Rosie Sexton was one of the first, but she's not from Liverpool. She's one of Paul Rimmer's black belts from Next Gen.
Right.
But I'm pretty sure Hannah is the first from Liverpool.
Oh, the other one's just in Liverpool type
Yes.
deal. Yeah, well, there you go.
That's what I keep telling her.
yeah, exactly.
You're the first girl.
You're the first, yeah. And what's it like round here? Does this count as Liverpool? Because I think of Liverpool, I've never been here before, I think of like City, right? I come here and we're like in, I don't want to say farmland, but there's fields everywhere, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like, this is like a nice leafy suburb. It's,
Right.
it's classed as the suburbs of Liverpool. So like the first Liverpool sign, like the city of Liverpool sign, is probably about 5-10 minutes away.
Yeah, I drove past one actually. It was welcome to Liverpool, have a boss day.
Did it?
Yeah.
Was that like when you came off the motorway?
I think I went the wrong way, yeah. I think
Did
I
you?
turned and then I had to do like one of them on the sat. The sat-nav, like, I'm making excuses here and I didn't turn up to this fucking class, but the sat-nav gave me like a go this way and you turn and I thought, you know, all that stuff. So, welcome to Liverpool, have a boss day was the sign anyway.
Yeah, sound around here.
Yeah, sound around here. But we spoke a little bit beforehand off camera. I normally ask it at the end, but we'll ask it now. We'll get into it. Why not football? You said you're a red, not a blue, right?
Yeah, we're red.
Simple as that. Why?
Even though my dad is a blue.
Is he?
Yeah. I don't know why we lost. I don't know what went on. Like when
Does he still talk to you or not?
I don't know what went on with the family. He's like, me and my brother ended up both being reds.
Is that right? Is that a glory thing? Is that just like we want to see people
No,
win?
but then the guy who we went to the match with, my mum's brother, who used to take us to the match, he was a red.
Right, okay.
I don't know how he got in there first.
Yeah.
Even though, like, he had me half an hour off, I don't know why.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know how that happened.
Because is it common here? Because you hear that a lot, like families, like different brothers support different teams and all that business. Is that a common thing?
That's not common. I don't think that. I think like the whole family tends to follow the one sport.
Is it a big rivalry? Or is it like a hatred between the two?
I think they love to hate each other,
Right.
but they need each other.
Oh, is it like that? Okay.
I think they need each
Like
other.
a friendly type rivalry.
Yeah. Even though like I've got mates who are blues and they still argue with the lads who are like proper passionate reds. I'm thinking, why like Everton are shite? Like even me who's not that into footy anymore. Like I know Everton are crap.
Yeah,
But the diehard blues like, oh, they're still the best.
Yeah,
I think they need each other, and it'd be gutted if like they got relegated as well.
Uh-huh.
I don't think it'd be good for the city neither if they got relegated. Or the wives at home, like they were getting ginned as well.
Right, yeah, of course, they're not having they better get their dinner ready on time, yeah. But they're moving as well, aren't they, Everton?
They're moving to the like more city centre now.
And what does that do to because they're right next to each other, aren't they, the stadiums?
Well, they were, yeah, literally across the thing. It's not much trouble.
No.
Yeah, they need each other.
They need each other. Because Jamie Carragher, I was going to say, do you know who Jamie Carragher is? That's a stupid question. Jamie Carragher, I think he grew up Everton fan, and he said...
Same with Michael Owen, Fowler.
Is that right?
I think they were blues as well.
Wow. Because he said it'd be quite funny for them to get relegated if he could guarantee they was coming back up. And I thought, bro, you fucking traitor. And you're like, that was your team. I know you played for Liverpool forever, but like...
He's probably converted more, hasn't he?
He's got money, I think. Like,
even though he is a blue.
I mean, there's photos of people like that play for teams. Like Harry Kane's another example in London, right? He's a Tottenham legend, isn't he? Like, there's photos of him as a kid in an Arsenal shirt. He supported Arsenal. You know what I mean? So they all come out the woodwork.
And what's the one about Rooney? Once a blue, always a mank.
Yeah. He's kissing the badge and shit.
Yeah. I'm sure he's got the Everton badge on his arm.
Is he?
I'm sure he has.
Yeah. And what's he looked at in Liverpool? Is he a traitor for going to Man United?
I don't know. I'm not a blue though. I think they did hate him, but. So was I.
I mean, it's one thing leaving, it's another thing coming back and jumping up and kissing the badge in front of your fans, isn't it? That's a bit like...
But then it's his job, innit?
Yeah.
I think people forget it's their job.
But you've been bought, haven't you? Can you be bought? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, where's your loyalty?
I don't know, the money that they were probably paying him.
Yeah, I was going to say, you might take a turn on that one.
Of course it would.
And even more so now, it's funny, like I said this on here the other day, and I said it as a joke, but it was true. I bumped into Pep Guardiola, outside my hotel just because I'm staying in Manchester. It was quite funny. He got in like a little, maybe I shouldn't say it, like a little shitty Nissan, but he got into like a little electric Nissan. And I'm assuming,
car.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I thought after. But at first I saw him get into it. I thought, what's he up to getting in that? You know, because money in football now, like was the reason I brought it up, as you said about Rooney. Like some of the players now are on like 400 grand, aren't they, a week?
Wild.
Yeah.
People starving and they're on that amount of dough.
Yeah. If you suddenly signed for Liverpool and you got paid 400 grand a week, what's the first thing you'd do?
Good question. Probably buy a dog. Get a dog.
Terrible answer.
No. I would like to think I'd put my money to good use.
Such as?
Food banks, stuff like
Oh,
that.
okay. Oh, proper good juice. I
Yeah,
thought you
proper
were going to go
stuff.
like big house.
Yeah, just like what
swimming
Taylor
pool.
Swift. Like Taylor Swift, when she came to Liverpool, she put loads of money into the food banks.
Yeah, is that right? Did she do that?
Apparently she did it everywhere she goes. She throws in loads of money or for the local food banks.
Is she? Good on her. Shout out Taylor Swift. We'll get you on here one day as well, sweetheart. But so if you go from sort of the time you grew up for the Liverpool fan, was you a big Liverpool fan? You said you're not much of a fan anymore.
I was, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to go to the game.
Yeah. And what sort of generation was like when you was at your peak of watching? Were we talking
John
Gerrards?
Barnes was my favourite player.
Oh, before that.
Johnny Barnes was my favourite player.
Was he? Okay.
Barnes, Bruce Grobbelaar.
Oh, way back in the day.
I know, Bruce Grobbelaar, man. And Robbie Fowler.
Never heard of him. Who's he? We've spoiled the question earlier. I was asking at the end, I would say, who do you support? And then I go, that's the wrong answer, blah, blah. Liverpool is about as wrong as the answer could possibly be.
But then, like you say, not that big a fan, because when I used to play footy, I used to play, like, I was the goalkeeper.
Oh, was
so,
you?
like, you're the one who always gets the blame for everything, aren't you?
Yeah.
But then
Right.
it's got past 10 of them to get before it gets to me.
Yeah.
However, if the goalkeeper makes half a mistake, there's a lot more consequences involved, isn't there?
Yeah, because you
Compared
let
to
it
the
go.
other. Yeah.
Yeah, it's your fucking fault,
So I
bro.
didn't like that aspect of the game.
Uh-huh.
I thought, I'm relying on 10 other people here.
Yep.
And then that's why, again, like that's what drove me to martial arts.
Yeah.
Because it's just you.
So you're saying that like, there's a chance we can still convert you to a Chelsea fan? Is that right? Am I hearing that right?
Nah, definitely
No?
not.
Oh, fuck. Come on, bro.
Definitely not.
No?
I went there, I remember them being horrible.
Yeah, there's a big right, like the Scouts fans and Chelsea
they were
fans.
horrible.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, I
Yeah.
don't even know you. Why are you so mean?
Yeah, whoa, yeah.
So offensive.
Well, have you ever seen the one with Steven Gerrard when he plays his last game at Chelsea?
That one where he fell.
No, we'll bring that up because I like that one. That's my favourite Steven Gerrard moment when he fell. But at Chelsea, he played his last game and he gave the, when he come, they brought him off a bit early and he was leaving at the end of the season or whatever. And he gets a standing ovation from the crowd and whatever. And he walks off and they interview him after. And it was quite a nice moment, do you know what I mean? Like, he could have, like, whatever. And he was like, something along the lines of, I'm going to butcher it, but something along the lines of, like, was it a nice moment, for the team? You've had such a rivalry with blah, blah, blah. And he goes, no, I was just more proud that Liverpool fans did it. And the guy was a bit like, okay. And he was like, but it was nice to hear him for once. And you know what the interviewers are like, bless them. But he's a bit like, okay, moving on. Yeah, but I was like, come on, bro, put it to bed. Like, that could have been a nice moment. So, fuck Steven Gerrard. How about that? And he nearly came to us at one point as well, didn't he? But whatever, we let bygones be bygones. And how about this year now? Because they're doing quite well. Are you back on board? Are you back?
No,
not
watched it. Since I started training martial arts, just been footy off.
Oh, it's proper. You don't go. You're not into it at all.
I think, like the lousishness involved in it. I hate that. I don't know why. I hate it.
Those
yes, barbarians. They're not gentlemanly.
Yeah. Exactly.
I don't know, the concept of like a gang of fellas who get pissed up, and then or like have a bit of the shite watching a game of footy.
Yeah.
It baffles me.
Mate, you got to get some business cards printed up and go to the games and sort of hand them out to people.
It baffles me, and like the way like they hate each other. I don't get it.
No.
It doesn't appeal to me. Like the culture involved in like English football or like the Stone Island, like
Stone Island.
Taking
me back.
Yeah. And, let's say if we're at a game and like there's the separating there, I'm like calling you for everything. Why? I don't get it.
Well, that's what's funny. I was in America recently. I was at a baseball game, and it's all like
it's sad. Everyone just
they
has
all
a
just
bevy.
sit together,
Everyone just has a bevy.
and they was in different what's the word I'm looking for? Jerseys next to each other, all giving each other a stick. But it's very friendly. And I just thought this is like in England, this wouldn't. Well, rugby does, doesn't it?
Yeah, like and plus you're allowed to have a pint in the rugby as well, aren't you? It's more sophisticated.
Is that right? Okay.
Yeah, apparently you can have a bevy in the stands at a rugby match.
Yeah,
not like football.
I've never been to one. Bores me to tears. Rugby.
Same neither have I. I've never been.
No, rugby's not for me. Like what I know about rugby, I can write on the back of a postage stamp as well.
But they do impress me more as athletes.
Do they?
Players.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean, a lot of them come into grappling as well, don't they? I've been
We've had a couple of ex-pros come here. Like since we moved, like we lost him. He lives like Wigan way. We had like a guy called Bob Bezic here. He played for Northern Ireland, he played for Wigan, played for St Helens, played, where else did he play? In Canada. So when he came in, he was like, I think he just retired about 2 years ago. So he was like 37 and he steamrolled, he picked them up and just launched them.
Is he a big, massive guy?
No, he was quite slim. He was about 85, 90 kilo.
Okay. Small for a rugby player, I'd imagine.
Yeah. Well, that's what he said. I said, what position did you play? And I said, I think I was like a winger, so I was quick. That I wasn't involved in the smashing. He was like, he'd give the ball to Bob and he'd run.
Yeah, I'm not crashing into the gorilla, so I'm
No.
going to get the ball.
But then then one day he brought his mate here, Anthony Mullally. He's from down south. He looks like, I don't know, he's about 6'4", probably about 120 kilo.
Fun roll.
Yeah, it was awful. And he just started grappling as well. He just recently retired as well, and he was a nightmare.
Yeah.
I think I put him in like a compression choke, and I'm thinking, why is he not going like scaffold? And he went, why is he not going to kip? Then I went, what happened there? He went, open to like all breathwork stuff. I'm a breathwork coach now. I can just glide my way through it. I went, no way.
Oh, keep that hippie shit out.
Yeah.
Fuck them out of here. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Because I'll tell you what, I've been on the mats with some rugby guys, and they got some like, I don't know if it's habits or whatever, but they got some good habits, I guess.
It's like grappling without the ball.
With a ball, yeah.
Grappling's rugby without the ball.
Yeah, exactly. Wrong shaped ball though, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? We don't mess around with that. We're football boys, aren't we? Or are we not?
Not now.
Oh, come on, bro. Mate, I'm bringing a Chelsea shirt next time. He's half converted.
Bring it, I don't care.
I've got
I'll
him.
be like, that's a nice blue jumper you've got on there. It really matches your ass.
Yeah.
Mate, I'm the most anti-football people, person. Obviously, me father-in-law and my mother-in-law, they go to the match to Liverpool.
And mother-in-law as well. She's into it.
They love the footy, and me and Sophie, my missus, we go team. Let's say they don't go the away game, but they've got season tickets for Anfield. But when they're watching it at home, they're getting riled up, and Sophie's going, "Yay, team, well done." So the other half, she always goes to her dad. So Dad, when can I come to the game with you? Come on, when? And do you think it's okay if I take a book? And she went, can I go the Man U game? And the dad's like, no, you can't.
Steam coming out his ears.
That's the best one. If I get bored, I'll just start reading my book.
Just get the Kindle out.
Yeah.
Well, you know what?
She'd take a proper book.
Yeah. Well, do you know what? I was at the opening game of the season, Chelsea against Man City, which is a fucking massive game for us, isn't it? You know what I mean? And there was a foreign family that was there, and they had all the tourist gear. They'd obviously just on a day out, right? And there was mum, dad,
scarves and that.
Right, mum, dad in the mid. They've all got the scarves. Yeah, they've got all the gear, and there's a mum and dad either side of this kid who looked about, I don't know, 7, 6, and the kid's watching the iPad. He's got the cans on his ear.
Probably about 100 quid a ticket.
I was going to say, probably, but yeah. And the mum and dad are just trying to comfort the kid. And I thought, mate.
Just go to a pub and watch it.
or
watch it,
or don't, just go home.
Yeah, go see the City of London instead.
Yeah. There's all these uncouth men jumping up and down and screaming.
So
and I think
barbarians.
The kid was a bit scared. Yeah, the kid had the not just earphones. He had the proper I see nothing, I hear nothing.
Oh, poor kid.
Yeah, poor kid. I thought he don't want to be there, does he?
A kid with sensitive issues going to footy, bless him. Oh.
Yeah, exactly. Good.
That's not what you need when you got some fella who's pissed off. You fucking cunts.
Yeah, that. You know what I mean? Yeah, kids can we go home, please, mum? I'm paying 100 quid a ticket.
I'm bored now. Can we go?
Yeah. But it's I thought you'd have an opinion on this today. I thought you'd be Liverpool to the bone.
I'm the worst guest to talk about sports.
Tried, guys. I tried to bring it out of him. But you mentioned the CGI and all that kind of stuff. Did you watch clips of that, or are you into that at all?
I did watch that. I watched Owen Livesey's.
Oh, did you?
I watched Owen Livesey's the next day. I really like Owen Livesey. I like the way he grapples, I like the way he moves. I
like that. That appeals to me, that short, stocky ball of a grappling style, because I spent this when I was in his gym with Jay, and we was talking about it. And I almost said basic, but not as a knock, it's not elite level. It's elite level, but it's you can see what's happening.
Does nothing flashy.
That's what, exactly.
Nothing flashy.
Yeah, just simple.
Just grinding. Simple stuff, I think that works.
Yeah.
I think if you're a school owner and you can teach simple moves that the majority of your class can do, and then they can do exceptionally well, you'll keep everyone and you'll have a higher level gym.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to teach people they're from, I don't know, South America or Brazil, we don't move the way they do.
No.
Teach your lads, us a gang of northern fellas, so I'm going to teach them a gang of northern men.
Yeah.
Just to stay on top and smash.
Yeah.
Same with Livesey, he gets on top, smash. He'll throw you, then he gets on top and squeezes your head off.
Mate, the name of the podcast is Squeeze the Neck. You can tell where this goes, right? I'm not pulling Delahiva on you. You'll hear no argument from me.
I don't know how to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
I honestly feel that my knee would explode.
Really, yeah.
If I went like that.
Yeah.
So wow, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, because that's obviously, for anyone who doesn't grapple and doesn't know, injuries play a massive part of your journey in grappling, don't it? And it's you're going to be injured. It's as simple as that. And it's one of them, it's like damage limitation. So like, have you had any significant injuries since you've been grappling?
One, that's it. I've had one bad injury last year. I tore my hamstring tendon. That was when someone was attacking a footlock. They weren't like wrenching it on. Obviously, like the tension that was in my leg as I'm pushing forward and all that. And it made that loud bang. I thought, oh no, like my LCL's gone. I thought, this is it, I'm done. So like booked like an MRI, but luckily I got booked into my sports therapist the next day. He went, nah, your ligament's fine. Luckily it's the hamstring. Still gets a little bit tight now, but overall that's it.
And was that a surgery deal?
No.
Oh, so it's not even too bad. Okay,
no,
cool.
just rehab.
Yeah.
I had a massage every week. Just did light stuff. Didn't roll for ages. Yeah. Just taught. Yeah. And then when I did come back, I put one of them like big sort of robotic braces on as well. You know, where like you strap it up and it's got like the metal in. And all that.
Like I'm injured.
Just let you know, guys, don't touch this leg. Let me get on top.
Just give me your neck and we'll sort it out. Yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't roll with anyone that was just a bit wild. I just kept it to like me and John and someone else who would just roll.
It's funny you say that because I can't remember who I was talking to the other day about this. Like with injuries and stuff, I find like I've had most of my injuries with like heavy sort of like
white belts.
White belts, yeah, but that are okay. Do you know what I mean? Not complete beginners that are sort of like that semi-blue belt level. Do you know what I mean? Where they're like, they've got a thing or two, but they're really trying because they're on the mat now and they try to impress people. And it's silly things like they'll twist your fucking big toe and stuff like that.
Or they'll grab your finger.
Grab your finger, yeah. It's like all that kind of, like hit your face, like their chin hits your face and all that business. But what I was talking to this with one of my coaches, Wukash, shout out Wukash at New School Team, about like flow rolling. You know how we go, we just flow and whatever. And he was like, that's when you get injured. And as soon as he said it, I was like, fucking hell, he's right, man. Do you know what I mean? You know, if you go in there and kind of, we're going to flow. He's like, you've always got to be switched on. And even though you're going light, you're not, get that sort of...
You're not too, you're not like Mr. Soft.
Exactly, you're not Mr.
There's got to be a little bit of tension in there.
Yeah, because I hurt my neck once. Not bad, but like, you know, just fuck for a few weeks type thing. I was teaching an early morning class and a big, this is a few years ago, big, heavy sort of white belt, like was passing, because I was in my kind of like,
my jiu-jitsu.
Do you know what I mean?
Jiu-jitsu,
nice style.
Jiu-jitsu. You just need technique, bro.
Yeah, and he moved me a certain way and my neck went like dink, and it was like down the arm, and you know, you just go, fuck, I didn't need that. If I was switched on, that wouldn't have fucking happened. Yeah. So, but you don't know till you know. And I've had like big toes, ribs, all kinds of things. But where I've been quite lucky, touch wood, is they're annoying injuries, and they do affect your life outside because you drive and you're changing gear, whatever, and they're a pain in the ass. But I've been quite lucky. Like some guys have had like 4 ACL operations and all that shit, haven't they?
No, not for me. That I think just pick your partners. If someone's a bit wild, just get on top and pin them. You know, if like someone who you think, oh, he could be a bit dangerous here, just get on top and just murder them, just crush them. I don't care, yeah. I'll just crush you, I don't care. I'm safe and you're safe.
Yeah. That's a good point, yeah.
If anyone's in any leg entanglements, you know, I know when to tap.
Yeah.
Just know when to tap. Mm-hmm. Don't like risk like rolling the wrong way, especially with a leg entanglement.
Yeah. Oh no, yeah, you roll the wrong way. Yeah.
Don't muscle out of a heel hook because your knee will burst.
For what? You know what I mean? We're on the mat.
Didn't tap in the gym though, lads.
Yeah. I can't walk for fucking 6 months, but he didn't tap me, that guy.
We always say to the lads here, like, there's no money involved in here, and you've got to go to work tomorrow.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
You've got to go to work tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm with that.
So we've got hard jobs.
Yeah. But we've all been there, haven't we? Like, you've cranked your arm out of a fucking arm bar. And now
yeah, that kid this morning, Frankie. Cranked my arm. My arm's killing.
Shout out young Frank.
It's actually it. Because, you know, when you go back, I was in that sort of flowy play.
Yeah.
I let him work a bit more, but I was a bit more like, boom, what did I hit that?
Yeah.
Never again, he's getting crushed now.
He's getting crushed. Frank, sorry,
getting
mate.
smashed now,
sorry,
Frankie.
mate. I'll try and talk him down for you. But you're with your black belt and stuff like that. Obviously, it's a big thing to achieve and whatnot. Was that sort of a goal from the start? Because some people come in and sort of a bit wishy-washy. Was you here till the end?
I think the fact them certificates there. It's one of them. When I went to train at Lucio Sergio, he had one of them. He had one of the IBJJF certificates on his wall. I went,
Did he?
I want one of them. I want that. I want one of them. Even though I was a blue belt at that time, I'm going to get one of them. I'm going to be that stubborn and stick this out.
Right.
I had no aspirations to teach or open a club. It was just that I thought, I'm going to get that black belt. I'm going to just stick this out. Like I say, you've probably seen it. There's people who are a lot better than you when they're starting off and then they just drift.
Yeah, never
They drift. I thought, I'm going to be that guy who's still here.
Yeah.
And that was it. And then lo and behold, like, he'll get it.
Yeah.
Like 12 years of like just grind and just working and sticking at something.
Yeah.
No way, like nowadays people go, oh, people's attention spans and all that. Yeah. Just that one thing of sticking to something, just committing yourself to something.
Yeah, well, they say that, don't they? I know it's a bit cliche now, isn't it? But like the black belts to white belt who never gave up. But there's a lot to that. Yeah, there's a lot to that.
Just don't stop.
Yeah, just keep showing up. Yeah.
Even if you we've got obviously our club now. There's no superstars here. It's just the regular people. Say to them, "Oh, how many times should I be training?" Just do 2. That's all you need. If you've got a family and kids, busy job and all that, other commitments, just do 2.
Yeah.
Just stick with your 2.
Yeah.
And you'll get there. You'll get better.
Yeah, I agree with that, and I think start less too. There's nothing worse than someone like we're saying, like comes in.
I want to do every class.
Train 2 a day, 6 days a week, and fucking like after 3 months, you don't see him again because it's not sustainable, is it? You can build to that, and there are people that train every day, twice a day, but if you start like that, you just
Yeah, you'll run yourself down. Let's say you start off like your body's not strong, is it? At all?
No,
like your legs,
not for this anyway.
Your skeleton's not conditioned. You're just not conditioned to getting squashed.
Skin even, like that's a big one. Like on your
face.
face.
What did I say? Oh yeah, cauliflower
skin
face.
On your face.
Cauliflower
Like,
face.
your face ain't ready for it.
Yeah, you've got to use moisturiser every time I go. Ever since starting grappling, you've got to moisturise. You've got to moisturise. Otherwise, your face feels like a foot, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It does. Do you know what I notice? Like the neck bridges and stuff at the end. Like when you're like stretching off at the end of the session, doing like little bits and pieces. If I'm doing a lot of grappling, like top of my head, like the skin on it's fucking sore, like cracking up.
You'd be like me, bald soon.
No. Whoa. I've got a lot of ailments. But
I don't know, away at the minute.
But when did it turn into sort of like you want to do this full time and you want to have your gym and all that?
It was when, obviously we were training at Chris's gym in Nemesis in the Pendle, but then when he was going to Spain, someone else bought the gym. And me and John was looking at each other. Like me and John were like the highest grades at the time. We were brown belts at the time. And I went, I don't really want to train under these, like under them. Like, he was a nice fella who bought the gym. I went, I just can't see myself training with him. And John went, let's open that up.
I did it straight away.
It was John's idea.
Shout out Big John.
Yeah, it was John who you met before. It was him that went, let's just open our own. I was dead hesitant at first. Then my missus Sophie, she went, just fucking do it. It was it. I was dead, like, I was really hesitant. I don't want to be a coach. I don't want the responsibility. I just want to train. She went, just fucking do it. And then carried on with her work. Like I was like one end of like, the living room. She was like, just fucking do it. And then just carried on with, okay, we'll do it.
Wow.
I mean, we'll do it. We had, I think, $2,000, $3,000 between us to open it up. But we started small in the old gym in Skep. Yeah. So we moved. So we were in Litherland there. Chris had left. Me and John left. I think John actually got kicked out. I can't remember. I'll have to ask him what happened fully. Whether the other guy kicked John out. I don't know. Maybe because we were too influential. I don't know. Yeah. So then we opened up our own one, but we just started off. One of the lads, he was a PT, and we sublet a part of his unit. So we started off with a lot smaller than this. We started off with a little space in his unit, and then gradually more people joined. In fact, no. We opened January 2020. And then 3 months later,
great time.
Yeah, it was COVID, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And like, what did we do? But luckily, everyone who joined carried on paying. So we said to everyone, you know what? Whenever this is all over, you'll have a better mat space. So again, during that time, we extended the mat. And then eventually, Vaughan, whose unit it was, he decided to change career. So we went, look, do you just want to take the unit on? We went, yeah, let's do it. And then we were there for 4 years.
Yeah. But when you've got people that are still paying their dues while they're off like that, you're onto something there, aren't you? Because you've got a bit of a team going then. It's not just, we've all been in gyms where it's like a broken sort of like, everyone comes to train together, but it's not like, they're not a team, do you know what I mean? Whereas when you come in a gym and there's a buzz about the place, like I didn't train today, but like you come in and like everyone's mates, aren't they? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That goes a long way, I think, doesn't it?
We've struck gold with who we've got.
Yeah.
Like we've got, like our only one gym rule is no dickheads and no dickheads policy. I'll happily knock people back from training, and we have done.
Yeah.
We've knocked back kids. We've asked kids to leave. We've asked adults to leave. I don't care. You're not upsetting this. What's here? We've worked too hard to get a fantastic culture here, and no divvy is going to spoil that for us. If you're a bit reckless and you're a bit unsafe, you're gone. I don't care. Yeah. If you're a kid who's disrupting the learning of everyone else, you're gone.
That's cool, isn't it? Yeah. I think it's important because like a lot of people just grab the money early, wouldn't they? Because they want members. But
for a few extra quid a month, and then I'll lose maybe 4 or 5 because that person's hurt someone, or the kid is taking up too much time in the the kids' class, and no one else is learning because they're misbehaving.
And you pay for that down the road as well, because like you get gyms get reputations, don't they? There's gyms, I won't mention names, but in London, like where people go, fuck them, I ain't going there. Do you know what I mean? Like a lot of people go to open mats where it's so populated. There's loads of gyms. A lot of people travel different places and change, but there's certain ones where people go, fuck them, they're not for me. And you don't want to turn into that. If you turn into that, I think it's a slow death, innit? Because over time they disappear.
I think we try to give back as much as we can, even though like we're not full time yet. Me and John both still work full time. It is going to be like this, because since we've moved, like the aspiration was when we moved, we will go full time. It's just a slightly different area to where we were, better location.
How far are we from it?
From the old gym, about 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, so far enough for people.
Yeah, just a different town, different area, and the estate that we were on was out the way. There was no one there. And it was dead hard to get to. Let's say a family, a kid couldn't ride his bike there.
Right.
Like, whereas around here, there's estates literally minutes away. So kids, like we've got kids walking here now. And we've got people walking their dogs who can see the signs and that. Thousands of cars drive past this gym every day. So that was a big thing.
Yeah, and what's the plan with this place now, mate? Are you looking to obviously go full-time, like you said, but then is it sort of like a takeover? Are you getting more gyms open, or are you just growing this one?
Go like full Greasy Bar.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I was going to say, like, franchise
start
out.
Charging 300
We're going to Rio.
That's going to enforce a uniform policy as well.
You better have your record card holder.
500 quid a gig.
Yeah.
No, just keep giving back. I know, like, you've got to make money, but we try to give back as much as possible. Like, whenever we have, like, a guest coaching, we don't charge anyone. Me and John will pay for it.
That's mad, Dad. Yeah. That's so, wow, okay.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Or, like, the only seminar that they've got to pay for is with Ben Poppleton. He's like the head of the association, but even then we charge a tenner. Yeah. Like, Ben's not in it to me.
Tenner, that's a joke. For anyone who doesn't know, that's like nothing. Like, for a seminar, like the prices of some seminars, you go, oof.
And like the head of your association as well, like third, I can't remember, it was like a third or fourth degree black belt. People are charging 50 quid for it. No. Like, we could make a few extra quid on a seminar. Ben has his fee. He goes, yeah, put whatever you want on, but he doesn't care. I'd rather just pay Ben what he wants and keep it as low as possible here. Don't have like a uniform policy. If people want to buy, you've seen rash guards there. If people want to buy them, they can. Even with the kids, I haven't got a uniform policy. Because like, life's difficult enough, isn't it, for parents?
Yeah. They're already paying a membership, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're paying me your membership, it's fine. We try that as well with the kids, and we've got like a swap shop. You know, like, everyone's like just rotating gear. You know, like, gears and rashies and shorts. There's one fella, Liam, he hasn't bought any new gear. Like, his shorts were fell down. I went, Liam, I think you may need to buy a pair. Now he went, I've gone 3 years without buying anything. he's like a young lad, he's 21, he's just started working full time. And like, people like 2-3 kids in the class. You want to try help people out, don't try out people off.
And that's when you build a community like that, that's how it
people
sticks.
See it.
People stay forever too. Them kids that are 4 now, they'll be here when they're 30, won't they? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you treat them right and they're still in the area, that's how it goes. Because if you look at people that have been on the mats for a long time, but have travelled around to different gyms, it's a different vibe, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Because they've left places because they don't like it. You know, I've spoke to people like recently. Again, I mentioned it the other day. I won't go too deep, but a girl would train somewhere else. She's training at our place and whatever, but she gave up jiu-jitsu for 4 years. She threw all her stuff away because of the treatment. She fucked that. Literally threw all her gear away. And it took like a new place opening near her house for her to start again because of the experience she had. It's
meant to be like, at the end of the day, it's people's hobby.
Yeah.
You want them to have a nice time when they're here. You want them to like chill after class. You've seen them all having a gab, weren't they? Like, even if a night, people are just gabbing. Like, that's why we've set up all like this sitting area. So people will just stay, have a gab, or just chill on the mats. Yeah. Because like, some people don't go out, have bevies over a weekend, they don't socialise with people. Like, I don't go out much. I'll do all my socialising. I'll be gabbing to everyone here. It's great. I love it.
But this turns into it, doesn't it? Yeah, I was going to say, this turns into people's social life, doesn't it? You know what I mean? Like, if you're training here as well, if you finish your class at 7 o'clock on a Friday night, for example, you ain't fancying going out really, are you? You want to go home and chill and come back Saturday.
Yeah, it's open mats on Saturday, so we'll all have a gab here, we'll all sit off, we'll have a coffee. We'll chill afterwards.
Nice. Well, I appreciate you doing this, mate. So thank you very much for coming on today. Or having me, not coming on, me coming to you. Is there anything you want to plug, mate? Anything? We'll put all your things in description anyway. But anything you want to plug before we stop?
we didn't even touch on it. The man coaching stuff.
Let's go. We're in no rush. If you've got time,
we're in no rush. Yeah,
mate. Perfect. Let's go.
I'm good.
Because that was one of the that was a big thing. Tell me.
So it stemmed from, so you had Vinny Shawman on the other day, didn't you? Like, I watched Vinny's one, so I'm like a student of Vinny Shawman. Yeah, so that's how it all stemmed from. The end of my Thai boxing, I'm thinking, during fights, obviously not winning, I'm thinking, why aren't I winning? Why aren't I pulling the trigger? in a fight. And like, there's got to be something wrong. Like, as our fight team back then, we were decent. I'm thinking, I'm doing well in the gym. Everyone else around me is doing well, and I'm a part of that. So I am decent. I've got some skills, but in the ring, I'm not pulling the trigger. I'm not really like going to my full potential during a fight. So then it was again Chris. He said, "Why don't you go see Vinny?" I went, "Vinny, Vinny Shawman." He'd had some sessions with him, so got in contact with Vinny Shawman. Did his 4 weeks to freedom. This was on my 30th. I was actually in there one day on my 30th birthday. So one of the sessions was on my 30th. So we basically did all like some hypnosis stuff. The real reason was why we found out why I'm not pulling the trigger was we did like this one particular technique. The technique was obviously you're under hypnosis and all that. He said, right, imagine yourself going to knock on the door. Behind the door is the answer to your question. So the answer was, why aren't I pulling the trigger in fights? Why aren't I going for it? So I knock on the imaginary door in my mind, and who opens the door? It's me. And like I say, come on. So what's the deal? Why aren't you pushing yourself during fights? Why aren't you going for it? And I says back, well, I'm trying to protect you. So my subconscious mind was protecting me during fights.
Wow.
So I'm not getting into like a real firefight. I wasn't like going for it. I wasn't trying to score. I wasn't trying to like, throw combos off. I was a bit more hesitant. All because my subconscious mind was trying to protect me.
That's mental, that knock on the door and you answered it.
Yeah.
And what sort of state are you in? How do you feel in this guy? Are you sort of there but not there?
Have you ever been hypnotised?
No.
So it's like just a dead relaxing state. Just very calm. You're aware of what's going on. Like whoever's leading you through the session is obviously there just guiding you through. So there's like a few steps. So probably just sitting off, just gabbing, have a little chat, just build some rapport with each other. Then it's like close your eyes, relax the top of your head, you'll work your way down, and then that's when you'll start to go deeper and deeper. And then that's where you can start asking the subconscious mind what's going on. Start suggesting changes.
Is that how it works? Suggesting changes?
It's a suggestion.
So like introduce an idea?
Yeah, it's been like what Vinny said, yeah, it's a suggestion. I'm not telling you what to do, I'm suggesting. I'm helping guide you through it. So then I always thought, if this works for me, I want to learn how to do it. But if I'm going to learn it, I want to learn it from Vinny. And like I'd seen a few courses about online, I thought, nah, it just doesn't look good. I'll wait till, if Vinny ever opens up like a chance to train to be a hypnotherapist or a mind coach, I'm going to dive on it. And lo and behold, he did. I was like, yeah, this is it. I went, Vinny, I'm in. Get me booked on, man.
Yeah.
And it just stemmed from there. So I've been practicing now for about 2 years.
Wow.
Just with clients. Yeah.
That's cool, man. And is that what you do full time?
No, just something else that I do.
Yeah. You've got fingers in every pie, haven't you? You're doing
I'm sure I've got like half ADHD or something.
Yeah. I think we all have to do this, to be fair.
Yeah, I like doing things, obviously things that interest you. And if you can make a few quid, why not?
Yeah.
Things that interest me.
Uh-huh. Yeah, well, it's funny you say that. You asked me if I've been hypnotised. I said no, but I have done like some of them tapes and things where it's like that, what you described then, like relax the top of your head, let it stress down. And there is like, for me, again, it's not in person, it's not someone hypnotising me properly, but you listen to it and it is very like chilled. It's like everything's okay, and it's like.
How are you going to take on a positive suggestion or like try change something? Let's say if you're in a manic state, right, what do I do? Just relax. Maybe what I think you should do going forward. You're not going to take anything on board when you're like in a frantic state, are you?
Right.
Hence why you get to in a nice, deep, relaxing trance, and then you can start doing the change work.
Do you keep the clothes on for this or no?
Well, it depends who's coming in.
I suggest you take your pants off. Whoa, yeah. I've only got a bad shoulder. Yeah.
Okay, because I'm scared of spiders.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, we should have got that in camera earlier with John, right, with the spider. Big tough John was getting the spider in the shower, which was quite entertaining.
A guy who's had like a distinguished military career and then did like close protection in like hostile countries, jumped because there was a little spider in the shower.
Jumped and ran out the room naked, by the way.
A guy who's battled the Taliban.
Should have just opened a box of spiders on him, would have been fucked. But so with that, what happens with that? Is it like something you work with like regular people, or is it like for your martial artists?
It's regular people and obviously a lot of jiu-jitsu guys and MMA guys. Just anyone can do it. I'll work with anyone. It sounds like a carbon copy of Vinny's interview here, but it is. I'll work with anyone. Everyone has the same worries. Everyone has anxiety over something. Sometimes it could be a confidence issue. Sometimes it could be a phobia. Like I love working with people who have phobias. Okay. I don't know why. It's just something that's maybe. Imagine if something that's holding you back. I had one guy who he would not go to eat out in a restaurant.
Oh, wow.
He's a high-flying guy, an accountant, and like part of his job is to like sometimes wine and dine. Like, nope, not going.
Can't go in a restaurant.
Not happening.
All right.
And then to get rid of that phobia, again, he's flying in his job now. He's now out with his missus. He went, it's costing me a fortune because we're out every week now.
Yeah. Mrs. is like, we're making up for lost time. Yeah, we're out.
Because it's all, if you always trace it back, it's always maybe something that's happened previous. So his one was, I think he'd had like, he was having some stomach issues, and he'd had something that didn't agree with him when he let out, and then, I don't know, like, your stomach starts rumbling, doesn't it? And then obviously I think the fear of probably shitting yourself in public. So he's like, nope, not going, not happening.
That's fucking mental, that, and he had a stomachache and then he couldn't go in restaurants. I mean, obviously.
Because he did something like, but then that then forced him to look into like, his diet and like what agrees with him, what doesn't agree with him.
Right.
So that like helped as well.
Yeah. Because I tell you what, I was on a flight once, and not on the flight. I was in the airport waiting for someone to get on a flight, and there was like a commotion, and it was very, very small. Nothing. I didn't notice much happen, but apparently, the flight was a bit delayed, and we found out that it was basically someone has got a terrible phobia of flying, didn't enter getting on a plane, all that shit, like that. And I was a kid.
Were you on the plane? Or
no, this was in the airport, and I'm a bit vague. I was a kid. Do you know what I mean? I was young, but I remember there was a bit of a commotion, and like that was the story of it, and whatever. Might have just been my mum and dad telling me that. It might not have even been that, but that was the story. And there was like, I think, you know, one of them weird things you think about every so often, just for no apparent reason. Have you come across anything like that? Because that one fascinates me, the flight thing.
There was, but then a lot of people, you've probably heard people say to you, oh, I'm scared of flying, I'm terrified of planes. Okay, weren't you on holiday last week? Then you go to like Benidorm last week. Well, yeah. So they haven't got
it's not a real thing.
So it's not a real thing. Yeah. So like a lot of my stuff is like that. I'll question it. Okay, weren't you on a plane during the week? Well, yeah. But I'm terrified. People tell themselves stories. People tell themselves lies.
They pretend to themselves. Sort of
You've probably heard someone go, oh, I'm crap at everything, mate.
Yeah.
Are you? Everything.
I'm uncoordinated. Everything. I'm uncoordinated.
Okay, you just walk through that door fine.
Yeah.
So a lot of my job is what I like doing when I'm working with clients is interrupting like their things. I'll question, are you sure you don't go coordinated? You just walked in fine then to me. It could have stemmed from someone saying something to them when they were younger, and then they just got that limiting belief in their head then.
That's interesting. So, you got to be careful what you say to kids then, right? Like
I'm dead conscious how I phrase my sentences, especially when I'm teaching kids class and when I'm in work as well. I'd never like, oh, you're awful. I'd never like this.
Yeah.
Because then it sticks then, well, am I awful? I must be.
Yeah.
He said I am.
Yeah, he's an adult, he must know.
Yeah, he's a teacher, he's a jiu-jitsu coach as well. It must be true.
Yeah. It's mental, because one thing Vinny said to me as well, he said like it's quite common that fighters will go, I get really nervous before the fight and blah, blah, blah. And he said, well, don't do it then.
Yeah.
And he said it changes their whole demeanour. No, because I'm blah, blah, blah. And it gives him something to work with, which I thought was quite fascinating, because he was obviously like, they're expecting him to go like, oh, it's okay, we've figured it out. And he just went, well, don't fucking do it then. I'm
the same line as Vinny. What did he say? He says, if you're drowning, I'm not going to jump in the pool with you. That's me. I'll throw you something. I'll help bring it out. I'm not going to get into the problem, but I'm not going to go, oh, I'm pander to it. No, oh, that must be so bad for you. Oh, that must be terrible. No, I'm like quite just staying like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You sure about that?
Yeah. Well, we live in a culture now where people feel sorry for themselves a lot, I think, don't they? As well.
Yeah. Oh, I'm depressed. Yeah. Sure, you just have a bit of a low mood.
Just having a bad day, yeah.
Yeah, you're having a bad day, but then a bad day is so the whole 24 hours is awful. So again, question them. You sure you're having a bad day, or just a few bad moments?
Yeah.
People, it's like have you ever heard like NLP, that neuro-linguistic program? It's all that, like the things that you say.
Yeah.
And you can change someone's state and. The way people speak to themselves, like, oh, I'm having the worst day ever. Like, really? Like, what's happened? Oh, I don't know, like, the milk was off in the fridge. I went to get me morning coffee.
Oh, bless you, yeah.
So you had a bad moment.
Yeah.
Okay, like that one bad moment is going to ruin the rest of your day.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it is.
Well, it's interesting you saying that, actually, just sitting, listening, talking to you when you say you just ask them questions. You turn it around like pretty quick, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Because like for me, it's like I had a few weeks ago. Well, the last time I was coming up north, actually, not this time. I had a flat tire on the way up, and it was that. You start going fuck it, but it was just like, what can I do? You know what I mean?
What can I do? Okay, I'll go in the boot and I'll get whatever, the spare tire. Yeah. Let's jack it up or refill it. There's that foam, isn't it? Or I'll call the AA.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not that big a deal, is it?
No, it's not.
No, you're not going to die. You're all right.
Yeah, I'm all right.
Yeah.
What can I do to fix the problems? They're like thinking the world's going to come crashing down. Yeah. It's helping people. It's guiding people towards restructuring their sentence. oh, well, this is happening. Let's say, for example, I don't know, I won't put me podcast on Spotify. What happens if people think it's shit? What happens if people think it's good?
Yeah. Don't fucking listen to it if it's shit.
Yeah. They won't listen to it. That's fine.
No problem. I'm in the same boat then if I don't post it. Yeah, it's true. It's funny.
Gearing them towards the solution instead of like, imagine like you put all that effort into looking at the negative side of whatever. Mm-hmm. Well, just shift your focus to, okay, this is what I can do to make it better, and this is what will happen if I make it better.
So a lot of, and I don't want to put words in your mouth, if you tell me, is a lot of it sort of just highlighting something else? Like, there's another answer over here.
Yeah, look towards the solution. I like doing that. Even like, sometimes we won't even do hypnotherapy, we'll just talk like this.
Is that right, yeah?
And we'll try like, sometimes have a notepad. Okay, well, what's the opposite to that? Write that out, write down whatever problem you've just said then. Well, let's flip it towards what could go right.
Yeah.
It's little tiny thing. You'll be on to it now. Next time you're talking to someone and they say, I'm always crap at this. I'm the worst at that. I'm the worst ever at this.
Yeah.
Right? Like, say it back to them. Right?
Well, it's funny. Do you know what? Instantly I've thought of, because when I teach class and stuff and I meet new people that drop in, I go, hello, blah, blah. As soon as they tell me their name, I forget it. Like, I'm fucking terrible with names. And I say that to myself over and over.
So you're like cementing that into your subconscious.
I'm terrible with names.
So you will now find a way of never remembering anyone's name.
Exactly. So now I'm going to remember everyone's name, and I'm going to tell myself I'm great at remembering names. And next time we'll reconvene and we'll see where I'm at.
I'm going to make concerted effort to learn everyone's name.
Well, I'll come down and train and I'll remember everyone's name on the mat or something like that.
But you got to remember to come and train.
Yeah. got to show up first. Yeah. I will show up.
Yeah, I will turn up.
I will not hide around the corner in the car. I will be there. But yeah, man, that's really interesting. And are you in touch with Vinny now?
Yeah, so now and again, I'll ask him a question. I'll send him a message. Well, how can I deal with this, whatever issue that someone's going through? But a lot of the time, he then flips it back on me. In fact, sorry, I'm just getting all populated here. So there was one particular client came to me to help with alcoholism. And I went, okay, Vin, what do you think I should do? And he went, okay, he gave me a few solutions. And then she then said in the next sort of session, oh, I've got bipolar and I'm on medication for this, this and this. But even though on that initial consultation, I said, are you on any medication? Have you got any mental health issues? And she didn't say. She said, no. But then I said, we built that bit of rapport. She got a bit more relaxed. She then opened up, went, okay, let me just go check this. So obviously we stopped whatever was going on. Then I messaged Vinny, and do you think I should work with a person who's got bipolar? And then he went, what do you think? Yeah, I shouldn't. So he makes me find the answer.
That's funny, isn't it?
It's mad, isn't it?
Yeah, because
I knew the answer all along.
Yeah. That's funny. There's sometimes like when you ask him a question, he asks you a question back, you go, fucking hell.
I knew it. And just by conversing and people getting things off their chest, they then say the solution themselves. Yeah. I'm like, okay, well, what happens if this happens? Or what do you think you could do better? Okay. And then the light bulb moment. I had another guy, right, came to me. He was all stressed. He's got like a big commercial property business. And he's having people constantly, like clients who are asking, okay, what do you think I should do with this? What do you think I should do with that? And he's just getting bogged down. And then in the end, he came to a thing was, I should really start charging them for this, shouldn't I? And I went, yeah, you should. It's your time. It's your time, mate. And then I ended up setting up a consultation sort of business on the back of that. Yeah. So like whenever people come to me with issues regarding the properties, they've got to go through the consultation business first, where he charges them whatever an hour.
That's fucking clever. Yeah, that's good, isn't it? That's good. Do you ever find yourself going to the phone to ring Vinny and go, I've got a question for him? Before you push it, you go, what would he say? I know what he's going to do. He's going to ask me a question and go, nah, fuck it, I won't ring him. I know the answer.
And then I find,
yeah.
All the answers, like, it's a bit heavy. All the answers are within.
Yeah. Watch out.
To all your problems, the answers are within. People are like looking externally for whatever. You've got all the tools to do it. That's like the likes of me and Vinny are there to help you find the tools to fix your own problem. Yeah. We're not there to fix it for you. I'm there to help you help yourself.
That's interesting. I'll tell you, when you say things like that, it kind of makes you, well, for me, it makes your mind go like 10 steps down the road, right? You start asking yourself questions, and before you know it, you're like, I just need to go and be by myself and fucking figure this out. Is that how it works? Yeah, and then when like you like have that, it's like that whole, if you can dream it, you can do it. All that kind of stuff. Because like, let's say like the goal is to have, I don't know, let's say 100 members here.
my brain then starts laying out the pathway to success and to finding the route to get me there. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
to you?
of course. Yeah. I'm gonna.
So if you're focused on a solution or the end goal, like, okay, what's the first rung of the ladder to get me to there? People like think, oh, I've got my goal there, but I'm not working towards it. Okay, what's the first thing you need to do? Your one maybe get this thing on Spotify. How do I get more listeners? Spotify. Yeah. I'll get on that.
He's only mentioned Spotify 6 times today. I think it'll be on Spotify. It'll be on Spotify next.
At the end of this, I'll be the first one on Spotify.
Well, I'm going to ask you, should I be on Spotify? And I want you to go, what do you think?
Okay. Do you think this would get more people if it was on Spotify?
Yeah, common sense,
There
right?
you go.
There you go. Jesus Christ.
The answer was within.
But he told me it. Yeah.
No, I guided you
guided
towards
me
it. I
towards it.
suggested.
There you go. See, powers with me, kids.
Powers with it.
But with here as well, we were talking to John before, it sounds like the vision for this place as well is going to be like saunas, cold plunge, all that kind of business. Is that like where you see this going? It becomes a bit more of a hangout place as well?
We're going to have a coffee shop here. It's going to be going to get a big fancy coffee machine. We're going to have the recovery area in the back. Again, so we've laid out what we need. We need to know how much we need to get in. So the steps are, okay, we need X amount of members, we need X amount of money to do it. And then our brains are just now geared towards making this our full-time job. So everything that we do, it's solution, like I said, solution focused. We have me and him write things down. First step. Next step, once we get that, we can do that, we can do that, we can do that. So it's starting small. People, it's great that people have big dreams and all that, but sometimes think, okay, what if I dream a little smaller? And that's the first step. People get disarmed, don't they? You know, when they don't get their goal. What was the first bit?
They're sort of shooting for like the fucking end game.
And that's good. It's good that you're aiming high, but aim a little bit lower. Okay, so that's part one.
Yeah, so look, almost aim there with the vision of that eventually. So it's just a step by step. Oh, we're getting knocked up here.
Pardon?
Not us.
It's probably the landlord coming to get
throw us out. Get rid of us.
Him a bit,
but sorry, I've lost my chain of thought there in terms of what I was going to ask you next.
So like the long-term goal.
That's right. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, just to make it just a place where you'll come, you'll want to hang out after class. Yeah. It's like that place where you'll get fantastic training. It's like maybe not at home from home, but like you're willing to be back. Give us half an hour. So what are you good? Just busy. A bit scary and wary then. Yeah. He's trying to get in.
We've got to stay quiet and pretend we're not in for a bit or what?
Yeah, even though he's just looking directly at him.
He's going to try through the window, I think, isn't he?
Yeah,
Might have to go and get him. What do you think?
Yeah.
We'll wrap this up pretty lively anyway, so we can get him.
Because someone's staring through the window.
He's staring through the window.
He wants to get in.
He might come at us with a machete or something. But I really appreciate you doing this, mate. Thanks. And I'll definitely be back up north again soon. And I will make class this time.
10 a.m, but set it for 9.
Yeah,
so you'll get it, yeah?
Yeah, I
think
will
of the steps you need to make the 10 a.m. class.
There you go. Boom. You heard it here first, kids. I always finish on the question about football. We've already asked that. But now I'm going to ask you again. What answer do you think I want?
About what?
About the question, what football team do you support? What answer do you think I want? Come on, we're working with this mind control shit, bro.
Liverpool? Or Chelsea?
Gee, very good. That was the better answer. Fuck, we got there eventually. The answer was...
Chelsea still in the Premier League?
Hey.
This is how much I know about footy.
No, thanks
the last time I watched Chelsea, Dimitri Karian was in goal.
Oh, wow.
In his tracky pants.
Yeah, with his pants and his yellow jersey that he had
and his yellow teeth.
Shout out to Dimitri. But really, mate, thanks a lot
Lovely
for this.
lads.
I appreciate
Thank
you, man.
you, man.
Top man. Always finish with a fist up like this, mate. Squeeze the neck. Boom!